want you guys to watch something very closely. So we just got up here. We're getting going now. I'm cutting beans for a little bit here. These beans are a lot wetter than what we was cutting. That's not always a bad thing, but it's not always a good thing either. So yeah, this field's actually doing really good. It's nice gravel ground, and according to the screen here, we're still getting about 80 bushel. That ain't that bad at all. So we are pretty pleased with it, and hopefully we can get this field finished up here pretty quick and get headed home. My cousin Sean, he had cut a majority of all this up here yesterday, or not yesterday, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So I'm just coming now because he's got some things he's got to deal with at home, and then yeah. So cutting away. So for lunch today, my beloved mother made me Cajun turkey, some Doritos, some Cheetos, and some peaches, some granola bars. We're doing pretty good, I'd say. Tastes really good. I forgot to mention what we got on the drink list today. Some Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze. So yeah, we're just kind of living a good life in the combine right now, or for now at least, until this green stuff plugs me up. We're doing good. Starting to run a little bit high on the kilowatt. Slow her down a little bit, let her chew through it. Come on, there we go. My grain cart has showed up. There's Ross driving it. Still cutting away, hard at it. But yeah, Ross just showed up here. He brought a semi up, and we are loading him up now. Good thing he showed up whenever he did, because I was completely full. So yeah, should be getting pretty empty here in a minute, hopefully.
So we just got up here with the truck, and looks like he needed to be dumped on, and we got no one running the cart right now, so he's been dumping on the cart, filling up, dumping on the cart. So I was up here, saw didn't have enough in the cart, and I saw he was about full, so I jumped in the cart real quick, and I came out here, and now we're unloading on the go. So kind of keep him going a little bit, and just get him to cut a little more, and happen to cut a full hopper, go up there, dump on it, and then come back out here. Just a little more efficient, somewhat, but we'll get it done.
So if you guys are new and haven't been watching me for a while, then you know that we have a pretty large operation. Our farm is run on communication, and strict communication. And for the longest time, we had ran like Motorola and Kenwood and stuff like that radios. Just them, I didn't like them at all. They was too hard to mess with. They was too expensive. They was really too hard to just deal with in general. They didn't really always want to work. So last year I got an opportunity with Midland, and they sent me 2 radios for the sprayers. At the beginning of this year, they had sent or at the beginning of this fall, they sent us something. They said, hey, we want to put them in your combines. So right there is our Midland radio, and I'll tell you guys what, these are probably some of the best radios I've ever had. They are very they're not expensive, but they're not cheap either. So like, I think overall that they are better than the Kenwoods, because the Kenwoods that we had, the sound quality on them was just horrible. It was just absolutely horrible. So very thankful for them. They've done a lot for us. I know a couple radios isn't a lot, but it's helped us out quite a bit. And yeah, so if you guys are looking for some nice new radios, go check them out. Seriously, guys, really nice company, really nice people to deal with, and I'll tell you what, they make a very good product too. And the little bitty stubby antennas that we put on top of them, they do really, really well. So Ross, you're gonna have to wait until I make another round. See what he said.
I'll try to wait. I'm sitting here for it.
But the only problem with them, like every other radio, is if you talk into them wrong, if you talk into them like this, then they can't hear you. But you kind of gotta hold it right here, and then that way you aren't blowing into the mic. So that's the one thing that we're having a hard time with, because we haven't used radios in a long time. And then Kenwoods that we used to use, they just ended up going out on us all the time. Because I'm just such a nice guy like I am, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set you guys up right here. But first of all, we're going to make sure we got some settings right here on the reel. We've been trying to make the reel less aggressive, and how you do that is by changing the tilt of the fingers, the tilt right here. So I'm gonna check on this side. Yeah, this bar right here, you pull it backwards to make it more aggressive, and push it forward to make it less aggressive. Thanks to my buddy Ron in there at Hard Tongue Family Farms, we got her figured out. So just gonna do a quick little check over here, and yeah, looks like we're good to go. So I'll get you guys set up right there. Watch something very closely. Notice how he swerves over into my lane and then slows down. Not realizing the fact of the matter that I am almost 80 feet long and I can't go down into these ditches. This part here is the worst part of our drive. The combines are too big for this bridge, and we have to go in the middle. We can't go to where a car will pass us, otherwise it shows off the bridge. All right, give it a minute. All right, get in the middle. The worst part about this is that people don't understand that we're too big, and we're also too heavy. So they have to stay behind us. Hopefully they all stay behind us today. Hopefully we got some sensible people behind us. But the problem with the grain cart that Ross is driving is that tractor's not very wide. So sometimes some of these little cars will squeeze around, they'll get up to the combine, they can't get around the combine. So we just hope that a semi don't pass us, or a semi isn't on the same pillar as us at the same time. Ross, back off a little bit, you're hanging a little close. The other thing we gotta watch for is we hope that a car doesn't come flying down the hill behind us and not see us or not be paying attention and then slam into the rear end of us. So we got this bridge here this one's actually fairly wide, but the next one isn't as wide. It's a little bit slimmer. So we gotta watch the next one closer than what we gotta watch this one. You guys never believe how many people honk at us for doing this. We take up the road for about 1.5 miles. It sucks, we don't like doing it, but it's part of it. It's something we gotta do to move our equipment. See this bridge right here? This one little bridge is the only reason I stayed in the middle of the road. I should have gotten back there probably, but there's a bunch of people behind me and we'd never get across, and then we'd get hit in the rear end. So we'll get back over here in a minute, and then all these cars go past us. We take every chance that we can whenever we're doing something like this to be able to get into the middle of the road. Because if we don't, then we can't see or something like that, and bad things happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. Only took us about an hour and 15, hour and 20. We have made it, and it's time to go ahead and get hooked up here. And of course this thing is going to slide, and now I gotta figure out how to beat that open. Okay, now this problem. Oh, come on, you can kick it. There we go. Unhook the trailer, back combine around. So we just got down south here to our big spot. We're gonna put this head on, or this head on to that combine, and it ain't gonna come off for the next like probably a week. So yeah, hopefully that is if everything's dry down here that we're gonna cut. We got a couple 100 acres down here to do, and it's all nice and open, so you don't have to take the head off the combine to move around. And I'll tell you what, that is amazing. It makes you feel like you're in like Iowa or Montana or whatever, wherever they don't have to do that. Us Indianians up here, people are not all that smart when it comes to equipment moving down the road. So, oh come on. Yeah, I gotta unhook the combine. Yeah, guys, we pull our heads behind our combines. I love it. I love the idea behind it. But here's the thing about it. You have to be careful, because you take this thing that's that long and turn it into that long. Okay? You can't just kind of go and whip it wherever you want to, because you can't back up. You can, but it takes a pretty good guy at backing up to do it. I can hardly do it. So, but yeah, that's how we pull our heads around. It's a lot easier. It requires a lot less manpower. The only problem is it is a little bit harder on the combine, but oh well, gotta do what you gotta do. So I decided to go ahead and start cutting. Yeah, it's dark. Run about 11 and 60. That ain't that bad. This is non-irrigated ground. Really can't control it, and it's sand. So that's really good beans for this ground. So really impressed, really pleased. Been a great harvest so far, and we aren't done yet. We still got a long ways to go. So we'll get it done eventually though, no problem. It'll be all right.